Let's review your PIQ first.
Yes.
Anuj Deshmukh, place of maximum residence Nagpur, currently staying in Bangalore, permanent residence Nagpur. Okay. Father MBA, working as AGM in SBI, 1.5 lakhs a month. Great. Mother PhD. Oh my God. Working as teacher at JNV Enterprise, JNV, and she's also an entrepreneur. Okay, and 30K per month. All right. Elder sister MS data scientist in USA, 6,000 US dollar per month. Wow, great. Okay. 10th Nagpur CBSE 98%. Very good. 12th Pune State Board 71.23. Nice. BTech Aeronautical Engineering, Manipal Institute of Technology 83.8%. So this is your achievement internship at HAL Bangalore. So what are you doing currently in Bangalore? You're on mute, I think.
Sorry, sir. Currently, I'm residing in Bangalore because my dad is posted here. As of now, I'm preparing wholeheartedly for defense exams. I just graduated on 30th of June.
Okay, nice. And you've played cricket, uh, captain of school and club teams. You have won under 16 and under 19 tournaments. Nice. 2011 to present. That's a long time. Great. Badminton again 2014 to present. Participated in DSO matches. Represented school. Okay. Horse riding. Great. 2016 to 18. Two times best horse rider and best cadet at camp. Okay. Swimming 2012 to present casually. All right. Army Wing C certificate. Bravo grading. All right. Hobbies, outdoor sports, listening to music, traveling, running, and reading books. Good. Okay, you're four times conference out so far. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. I have a fair idea about your background. Let's see how you perform in the interview now. One sec. All right, Anuj. Good evening and welcome to the interview.
Good evening, sir.
Let's start straight off with your academics. Starting from your 10th to your BTech, I would like to know what percentages you scored, what subjects you chose, what was the reason behind choosing those subjects, which was one subject which you didn't like at all, who is your favorite teacher so far, how has your relationship been with your friends, what were the positions of responsibility you have taken up throughout these years, and also talk about your extracurricular activities.
So, starting from my 10th standard, I did my 10th from Narayana Vidyalaya School in Nagpur in CBSE board, and I secured 98 percentage. During this time, I was also part of various activities like anchoring and public speaking, and I was also the captain of my school cricket team. After this, I moved to 11th and 12th in Pune, Maharashtra for my further education. And I did it from Aditya Horizon School, and I did it in state board and secured 71.23 percentage. During this time, I also appeared for various competitive exams like JE and other examinations like NSTSC, in which I secured AIR of 98. And apart from this, before my 10th standard, I was part of I used to play regular cricket and other sports. So I also went for Bhosla Military School's personality development camp where I was able to participate in various activities like horse riding and archery and other kinds of outdoor activities. After this, I also gave my Maharashtra State Board examination for colleges of various engineering colleges in Maharashtra and India. So in that, I secured 94 percentile, and I also appeared for Manipal entrance test. And finally, since I wanted to take up aeronautical engineering. So I went ahead with this college since it had a good reputation and alumni network in terms of the subject. And during my BTech, I secured 83.8 percentage, and I got to be part of the Aero MIT club, which is the official aero modeling club of our college. And we participated in various activities like various aero modeling competitions across India and as well as abroad. So we were ranked world ranked 5 out of 200 teams in SAE Aero Modeling, which is held in USA. And I also got to be part of NCC for 3 years during this time, and I got to do my internship at HL. And now coming to the various subjects which I like and dislike. So maths is something which I believe was one of the good subjects I have keen interest in during my schooling days. And as such, there was no specific subject which I did not like. I believe that history was something which was a little monotonous, but apart from that, I liked to learn about the history of our country and various other aspects. Uh, so am I missing something?
Yes, I asked about your favorite teacher, about your
Right.
positions of responsibility, and about your extracurricular activities.
So, coming to my favorite teacher, she was my mathematics teacher, class teacher from 10th standard, Bindu Pillai ma'am. So, she was the one who always pushed me to do better in mathematics. I used to miss my marks here and there. So, she was of the opinion that you can do further better. And she developed my interest in that subject. And apart from that, the position of responsibilities, as I said, that I was the captain of my school cricket team during that time, and I was also momentarily a class representative during my schooling days. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And coming to the extracurricular activities, I would like to say that I have been active in various sports since my childhood. I have represented school in cricket, badminton, and apart from that, as I said, I was part of Muslim Military School's camp for various horse riding events as well. So, apart from this, I also have participated in the anchoring and debating competitions, which were regularly held in the schooling days.
This one competition which you mentioned about the SAE aeromodelling competition, this is
Right.
interesting. You stood fifth at a global level out of 200 teams. So, what
Yes.
was your contribution in this particular competition? What all did the team do? What challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them as a person and overall as a team? What happened?
So we were a team of about 8 people, and the task at our hand was that we were supposed to design a basic microclass RC aircraft, which was able to, according to the problem statement given to us, and it was supposed to carry certain payload and carry out certain maneuvers. And my role was of a senior structural engineer there. So I worked upon the designing part, and I worked closely in coordination with the aerodynamics team. So the structures team worked mainly upon designing the whole parts of the aircrafts as per the flight plan, and then making various changes like using composites in order to fabricate them and further reduce the payload and improve the performance of the aircraft. So my task primarily was related to that. And our team, since it was COVID year, though we could not go there physically and participate, but based on our videos which we could send from here and the presentation, we were adjudged world rank 5 among the various teams which participated in the event.
Great, great. So, any challenges you faced during this project and any memories?
So one key challenge was, as I said, that since our school, I mean, our college was not allowing us to work together as a team because of COVID, and we were Manipal being a town of diverse students, so people in our team were from all parts of India. So that was one challenge where we were able to face a lot of challenges in terms of sending our goods from one place to another, so that the people who are developing or making the actual model, they had to be provided with the various materials and raw materials which were essential for building the aircraft. So apart from that, only the man management part was one of the key challenges. Otherwise, it was a great learning curve for me, and I was able to implement the theoretical knowledge which I gained during my degree and use it into practical approach.
All right, Anuj, I'm interested in these two dips in your profile. Why was your overall score less in your 12th grade? And why have you got Bravo grading in NCC? Why not Alpha?
So since my 10th standard, I was a bright student, and I was a regular student in the CBSE boards. But during my 11th, 12th, I shifted my focus completely towards the JEE examination. And that's why I took admission into one of the coaching institutes for JEE preparations in Pune, Bakliwal Tutorials. So they had a tie up with a school which had an integrated program. And I shifted from my CBSE board to Maharashtra board. So my whole focus was on the MCQ particular pattern of the test of engineering entrances. So I just prepared for my boards a couple of months ago, and that was one of the key reasons that I could not replicate the performance of my 10th standard. And coming to my NCC, I would like to say that I missed my alpha grading by a few marks, and with a little more effort, I could have got that. So that was one reason I would like to say that I got Bravo grading.
All right. Let's talk about your hobbies and interests, Anuj. During your free time, what are the activities you enjoy doing? You have also mentioned reading books. So, name any three books which you have read recently and what you have learned from them. Also, talk about your social media usage habits and TV or any other electronic gadget using habits.
So, starting with my daily routine, I would like to say that I like to spend time playing various sports in the evening with my friends, and I enjoy playing cricket and badminton in particular. And apart from that, I spend my free time by listening music. I also read some books. Recently, I've started after I got time, so after my engineering. So recently, I read Ashni Grover's book, and apart from that, I'm currently reading Lieutenant General KJS Dillon's book, Kitne Ghazi Aaye, Kitne Ghazi Gaye. So that is something I'm currently reading. And apart from that, I would like to. Uh, I missed your questions, I guess.
About your social media usage and
Yeah, right,
TV and computer or any other electronic
right.
device.
So coming to my social media usage, I'm quite active on Instagram, and I regularly follow all the three forces Instagram pages. I believe that the kind of updates which are put on that in terms of the various activities which are happening, the various exercises and events, and the meetings of the higher commands which are happening. So that is something which I take great interest in. So that is why I predominantly use social media for. And in my free time, I also spend some time on YouTube. Reading about the various defense procurements and about the current, keeping myself up to date with the current affairs. So that is how I spend most of my time.
Okay. So since you follow the tri services so closely on Instagram, can you tell me what was the recent activity or what was the most recent visit which our army chief took part in?
So recently had gone to I don't remember exactly the place, but I could see him visiting one of the commands. He's continuously on different visits of various commands and to check their operational capability. So that is one thing I could remember. I'm exactly not able to remember his location.
Okay. And recently there was this update saying a letter has been released by the army where they have mentioned veterans who are posting
Yeah,
content which is defaming the name of the
right.
Indian, their pensions may be withheld. That's
Yes,
the latest news that is coming. So what is your
right.
opinion?
So I believe that all the veterans who have served for the nation, they have definitely played their part in a great manner, and to an extent, they should refrain from making certain statements in terms of coming under political influence or sharing their personal opinions in a way that will defame the army. So that is my opinion that as a responsible officer and citizen of this country, they can like be a little diplomatic in terms of that. But everyone has a free opinion, and since India being a democratic country, they can definitely share their opinion in a much better manner.
So is this decision right or wrong then?
So I believe it is a right decision. It is essential to curb certain elements who are trying to create a defamatory image of the Indian Army. So it is a wise decision taken by the armed forces.
All right. Anuj, let's talk about your family now. What do you think is the one good or the best thing about your family which you are proud of? Talk about your parents and their professions. If you have any siblings, about them as well. And as a family, what all activities do you do together? Tell me one or two good memories which you have as a family, any trip you went as a family, or at home if you have done anything significant which will stay in your memory for a long while. And whenever you have any problem, who is that one person in your family who is the most approachable? And any example of such incident in the recent past?
So I believe that the one or the two few things which I love about my family is that we always interact with each other and share our opinions. They always involve me in the family decisions and take my opinion as well. So that is one thing which I genuinely feel is very good. And another thing I also feel that since the childhood, my parents have always supported me in every decision that I take, and they have always wanted the better for me. So that liberty of choosing what you want to do is something which I feel that is not commonly found in families in India. So that is one thing I like. Apart from that, since I said my father is currently working as AGM in State Bank of India, and he's currently posted in Bangalore. My mother, who worked as a teacher at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, she recently retired around 2 3 years back. She served there for 25 years, and now she likes to cook. So she has her home kitchen here in Bangalore. So that is something which she likes to pursue as an entrepreneur, and I really admire that about her. That even at this age, that she wants to continue with her passion. And coming to my elder sister, she is working as a data scientist in a company in Seattle, USA. So she did her master's there in data science, and I also regularly interact with her, though we are living apart from two different countries. But I keep myself up to date with what is recently happening in the US or how her work has been regularly. And coming to the time we spent together, the best memories I would say would be that last year I got the opportunity to visit my sister for the first time. She being living in US for about 5 years now. So because of COVID, we could not visit her. So me and my parents visited her last time. So that 1 month was really good to have spent with her, because from the past 3 4 years, she was the void which was there in the family, because the physical presence was missing. So that is one moment I would like to say that that is something I like. And the time I spend with my family, since my dad and I are ardent cricket fans, so we obviously discuss a lot about that. And he also is a volleyball player, so in the evenings we do spend some time playing volleyball or badminton. And coming to my mom, since she's not very techno savvy in terms of her business, so I regularly help her with the design of the flyers or advertising her menu cards, and increasing her subscribers, or in terms of the customers retention in her business. So that is how I spend time with my family.
Okay, I also asked about who is the most approachable person and
Right.
in any past any incident.
Right. So I feel that since I was living with my mom recently in my engineering days, so she was the closest one to me, and I also feel that my dad is equally close. But at the same time, since I have spent more time with my mom, so I approach her first in terms of whatever issues I have.
Any issue that happened recently which your
No,
mom?
nothing as such. It was a normal issues which happen in day-to-day life, but nothing significant.
All right, Anuj, why do you want to join the armed forces? What are your top three?
Uh, so can you repeat? Why do you want to join the armed forces? After
What
that?
are three reasons to opt for
Oh,
the?
right. So my top three reasons why I would like to join the armed forces would be: firstly, I believe that since childhood I have always made sure that I participate in adventurous activities and sports, and I've always enjoyed work which develops my personality in a holistic manner. So armed forces is one such profession where you get to serve the country in one of the noblest profession, and at the same time you are able to satisfy your personal things from life which you want. And I believe that as a person who understands the responsibility that comes on the shoulder of a young officer, that every decision he takes in his career, the lives of about 100 200 men depend on that. So I understand that responsibility, and I also feel that I always wanted to join the armed forces and be a pilot specifically. So to fulfill both my passions and serve the country, this is the best option I feel is that there is, and that is one of the key reasons why I would like to join the armed forces.
Okay, so you have already given four attempts and you've been conferenced out, or let's say you are not recommended for four times. Why do you think so? What happened?
So I believe that in my first attempt, since it was a fresher attempt and I was not well aware of the whole tasks which are there, so I was a little intimidated by the whole process and I could not perform up to my expectations. Coming to my further attempts, I could see that I was much more well prepared in terms of what is expected from a candidate, and my performance also improved. But at the same time, since I was focusing on the end result, that what will happen after my tests are completed and whether I'll get selected. So somewhere or the other, I was making some minor mistakes in my tasks, be it the psychological test or or being able to express in the right manner that the kind of actions a suitable person or candidate would take for in the TAT stories or even in the GTO tasks. So the desperation for getting selected is something which was hampering my performance. And coming to this attempt, I made sure that I just focus on what is there at my hands and work on each task at a time, and maintain short term goals. So if I am able to like accomplish the short term goals, I'll definitely be able to eventually reach the spot where I want to. So that is the things which were going wrong up till now.
All right. I hope you have worked on these and you're not focused more on the result in this attempt. You are
No,
enjoying the
sir, I've definitely worked upon those things and rectified the overall lifestyle which needs to be improved, so that that thing reflects in your answers as well. And in this attempt, I just want to go out and enjoy the whole process and express myself in the true self, so that I can get the results.
nice. Anuj, regular question. You must have expected this. Tell me three strengths and weaknesses of yours.
So three strengths, I would say that I always focus more on peer learning. I believe that the kind of people you hang out with, you are able to learn a lot from them. If they are from diverse culture, it is even better. And second thing, I believe I have decent communication skills and something which always helps me in expressing myself better. And I also feel that I am a very hardworking and determined person, and I whenever I start a thing, I always make sure that even if I face certain hurdles in between, I always complete the task which I've started. So I have a lot of perseverance in that sense. Now, coming to the weaknesses, I feel that I do sometimes go out of the way and help people, and that sometimes eats up a lot of my time. But that is how I have been raised. That is something I want to work upon, to say no to people at times and focus on my tasks. And second thing would be that I do spend some time online reading rather than reading physically. So that is something which I want to change and shift back to traditional methods, because it does put a lot of strain on your mind and you do get at times distracted from your goal. Uh, Lastly, the third weakness I would say is that I sometimes overexpress myself or think about the end result, as I said. So that is something which I've worked upon and made sure that I just focus on the short goals, and eventually I will be able to reach the place I want to.
Nice. Anuj, what if you do not get recommended this time?
Sir, if I do not get recommended, I have already started my working upon my backup option of being a commercial pilot, and at the same time, I have my upcoming SSB for the AFSB, since I've cleared my AFCAT, and few other SSBs lined up, and I'm also preparing for my other defense examinations which are coming up in the coming months. So I'll be rectifying those mistakes which I made in this attempt, and I'll give it one more try and be a better individual next time.
All right. Uh, since you said you are so interested in flying branch, I can't see even one AFSB attempt so far. What's the reason?
So the interesting thing which was there, that actually my fourth attempt was supposed to be my AFSB, but the date was on 19th of June, and my Navy pilot SSB came on 21st of June. So out of my four SSB, two have been for flying of Navy pilot itself. So since Navy was not willing to reschedule my SSB, I had to request AFSB to reschedule it, and they gave me a date of 18 September after 19 June. So my TGC attempt and my Navy pilot attempt came in between, and that's why there is a delay which is seen in my first AFSB.
Nice, nice. So, what if you do not get flying? Let's say you get recommended. You are so passionate to become a pilot. Why don't you think you can join as a commercial pilot straight away and follow your passion?
So definitely that is there, but the kind of thrill you get flying the fighter jets or serving your country and the uniform which you get, so that kind of leverage is at par with what you get in commercial pilot. The monies definitely might be there, but the kind of satisfaction which will be there to fulfill your dream of being an officer in the armed forces, serving your country and flying, that will still be lacking in the commercial pilot sector. So that is the key reason why I want to first be in the armed forces as a pilot. And if at all, if I don't make it there, since I have my aeronautical engineering degree, and Air Force has a significant vacancy for the ground technical officer as well. So I would like to contribute in that manner and be an officer in the armed forces in that sense.
Okay, so you would rather become a technical officer on ground than become a commercial pilot outside.
Yes, so my passion for joining the forces is much more than being a pilot. So I would any day prefer being a ground technical officer, if not flying.
Nice, that's good to know. Anuj, I've got almost everything that I require. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, all the best to you. We'll meet you again in the conference, and I hope you get recommended this time.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Anuj, that ends your interview. Like after a long time, I've taken a satisfying interview. I'm very happy with the performance. You are straight up recommend when it comes to interviews.
So your voice is cracking, I guess.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, sir.
I said I would straight away recommend you as an interviewing officer. It was flawless. The interview went very smooth. Whatever aspects are being checked in a personal interview, you check all the boxes. Like, just to give you a rough feedback, your communication skills, as you know, are great. Your confidence levels are very good, and you are a jovial, cheerful person. You're not feeling nervous. You're not necessarily getting rattled by cross questioning. You are happy and enjoying the process. You answered all the CIQs well. The question is one or two you forgot, but you were
Yes, sir.
promptly asked. And when I repeated, you answered them well. And your profile is very good. Your background, all the competitions you have taken part in, the games you have played, and your percentages, your performance in some competitive exams, everything speaks volumes about your capacity as a hardworking and smart person. So good there. 12th marks low, yes, justified. We know the
So
state.
they don't give marks in state board only after it. Our topper was 80% guy. So, but yeah, I
That,
agree that I could have scored better.
that also you can mention to strengthen your answer. You can say in our state board, the highest was 80, and with those standards, I did fairly well. So that would have made the answer better, but you justified it well with your
Hmm.
JE preparation thing. And your hobbies, cricket, badminton, reading books, listening to music, running, everything good and helpful for a personal development point of view. No team games as such, but your social qualities have been taken care of. You've been in all these competitive teams, and you have done anchoring, and you look like a very social person. So no questions raised in that aspect as well.
Yes.
Yes, active on social media, follow try services, and you could prove that by mentioning. Even I don't know what the army chief has done recently. That question just
So he had
came.
visited. He keeps visiting a lot of places. I forgot. I usually prepare for going for SSB. Like even in my third attempt, like I had prepared. It was in Bhopal, and there was a tri services camp as a motivation camp for the youth, which was set up. So they had kept all the weaponries and different kinds of section formations and all those combat whatever things are used to motivate the youth. And a lot of people, Fauji Mela was conducted. So even I mentioned this thing, so the interviewer was also sort of impressed that okay, you have read this. So I do that. I could not answer it this time.
Okay, you revised it before going for your actual
Yes, sir.
SSC. And your reason for running the armed forces, very good. The adventure and sports you get here, the satisfying career with all-round development of a person, and serving the country. So yes, good reasons. And why not recommended in the previous attempts? Fair enough. First attempt you were intimidated and not very well aware as to how you should go about tackling things. and from the next attempt you're mostly focused on the result and getting too desperate, and this is one of the common reasons for good people also to get rejected. So yes, works. Strengths and weaknesses, good ones, satisfying. And in the weaknesses, it's not like you have some core personality weaknesses. These are uh, can be worked upon. These are basic things. So yes. And regarding your motivation and passion to join the armed forces, it's clearly visible with the number of given, although you have good opportunities outside, and preferring defense uh, over commercial flying. That also speaks about your motivation. So it is one of the important things an interviewing officer will be interested in. So yes, overall great performance. Your interview is going very well. Psych, sure, but GTO, I am sure you will do very well because of your communication skills. That will take care of all your indoor tasks.
Yes, sir.
That's very good strength you have. Although you may not be very good in terms of your knowledge or other aspects which are required, your communication skills will take over and help you, overcome those other weaknesses also during the course of these tasks.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure your GTO will go well. As far as the indoor tasks are concerned, how physically fit are you? Are
So
you
I did 11 obstacles the last time, the 25th June SSP which I went. So I feel that I'm doing. I do need to reduce certain kilos for flying, but as far as running, I do regular 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer runs. So I feel that I'm fit enough.
good? Good then. So GTO also is overall very good only. Psych test, yes, your English is very good and all the core qualities of yours are being seen as good only. So your psych must be going well. Unless you had some history like you were anxious or you were having some history of depression or any major trauma which you have suffered, unless those things have happened, or unless you don't follow the basic rules and give some negative input to the psychologist, you should be through in that also. So I don't see any reasons
The
to.
one feedback which I was getting in the TATs was that I was liking writing it like SRT somewhere just to finish it in time. So, like, you should be able to express the emotions as well as how you are reaching the particular task. So that was one feedback which I got from some of the psychs. So I worked upon that, and I this time I've tried writing those stories. It is going a little 10-15 seconds extra from the time, but still about 10-15 days are there for my SSB, so I'll try to cut short on that. And I think that this time maybe I'll be able to write better stories.
TAT is the most important psych test,
Yes,
so
sir.
make sure you write very good quality stories and obviously within the stipulated time.
Hmm.
And have you taken any coaching or are you well prepared with some other guidance also?
So before my this fourth attempt, after my three conference outs, I had gone to AFPA in month of May. From 22nd May, I had gone there for a 14-day camp, and then I went for this Navy pilot SSB. So I got again conference out, but then after that, I haven't taken anything as of now. So I just that camp was more than sufficient, and I know that what I wanted to rectify upon. So going through another coaching wouldn't have helped much. So that's why I did not go for anything in particular apart from self introspection.
Nice, nice. So you have done everything you have to do. So now you just have to await for the results. Good overall preparation and performance in the interview. All the best. That's all I can say. Let's see.
Thank
I'm
you, sir.
hoping for a positive result from you because you are well deserving. So let's get through. Let's hope that
Yes, sir.
happens. As soon as your results come out, do let me know
Sure, sir.
whatever it is.
Yes, I'll let you know. It's on 27th of July at Jalandhar for the TGC entry.
Cool then. All the best.
Thank you, sir.